Hello everyone, it's the climax. The J-League is fast approaching the end of the season. And F Marinos and Frontale, both very, very hot for the championship. So who's going to get the golden boot? More than 6 candidates line up for the taking. And don't forget, Super Play Best 5. Time to kick off. Hello everyone and welcome once again to J.League Monthly. I'm always accompanied by the sizzling and fantastic soccer journalist or football journalist, wherever you're from, Mr. Sean Carroll. How are you, Sean?
I'm very, very good, Harry. How are you? Sizzling. It's getting a bit cooler now in Japan, though, so I'm not quite sure I'd say sizzling.
It's true. Hey, now, it's getting rather chaotic, with the climax of J-League fast approaching. Who would have expected Marinos to lose 2 in a row? Only 2 games left, and, we have absolutely no idea what's going to happen. What do you think?
Yeah, it's weird. They hadn't lost at home all season. I was there for the first game. They lost against Gamba Osaka 2-0. Then they had a game a few days later, and nobody, myself included, thought they were going to do it again against bottom place Jubilo Iwata. Then they lost again. And yeah, as you said, that's given Kawasaki Frontale, who obviously have won most of the titles in recent years, let's be honest. They look like they'd kind of come up a bit short this year, and Marinos are giving them a way back in. 2 games to go, 2 points between them. They both have a couple of difficult games left to play. And yeah, it's as always, the J-League, very exciting at the end of the season.
Indeed. Now, what do you attribute F Marinos' latest struggle to?
I don't know if I'd go as far as to say it's a struggle. Their last 3 home games, they haven't scored. They lost those 2 against Gamba and Jubilo, and before that they drew 0-0 with Sapporo. So I think what's happening is opponents now are setting up so defensively against them, putting men behind the ball and not giving them space in behind to attack. And I think after Gamba managed to do it so well on that weekend game, Jubilo looked at that and thought, okay, this might work for us too. And they did a carbon copy, just parked men behind the ball, didn't give Marinos any space, and then broke on the counter and got the goal. So I think, a couple of games. Obviously, we've now had the break because of the Emperor's Cup and then the Levan Cup final. So it's given Marinos a bit of time to look back on that, refresh a bit. And they've got a couple of games coming up against Urawa Reds and Vissel Kobe, who you would think are going to be a bit more attacking. They're going to try and test Marinos, commit more men forwards. Maybe that will give Marinos a bit more space, a bit more license to attack and break themselves. So I think we'll probably see a different flow to games. But as always in any league in the world, this is the point where nerves do creep in. Every single game, every single potential error, potential missed opportunity could be viewed as being so much bigger in the long run. So yeah, they need to cope with that pressure. But I think the games will probably be slightly more, the flow of the games, the next 2 games might be slightly more to their liking because they'll be given a little bit more space to attack in, I think.
Yes. So we shall see who becomes the champion of 2022 championship. F Marinos or Frontale.
Yeah.
People don't miss it. Now, talking about the golden boot next, Sean. I was talking about the season being chaotic, but the race for the golden boot, we have approximately, roughly 6+ candidates.
Yep.
For the golden boot, right? What's your take with it so far?
Well, it's an interesting one because you've got 6 players in there. We have 7 really that are kind of up at the lead, but Ayase Ueda he's left Kashima Antlers during the season. He's now playing over in Europe. So 6 of the players that are left, and I mean, if one of them grabs a couple of goals in one of their games or notches a hat-trick, then they could be in position to take it.
Excellent. So let's take a close look at our 6 candidates. So first of all, coming in at number 1, the man himself, Thiago Santana. Sean.
Well, I was watching this video actually a bit earlier on in prep for the film, and I was thinking he's a bit of a fox in the box, isn't he? Do you remember Francis Jeffers at Arsenal briefly?
Yes, I do remember Francis Jeffers.
And Arsene Wenger said that he was a fox in the box. And watching back Santana's goals, his movement, he's always in the right place, in and around the area, headers, left foot, right foot. And he's just got that, that kind of poacher's ability to be there where he needs to be and put the ball away. So yeah, I think he's the kind of striker most teams would love to have in their squad. Someone like him around gives you that confidence for sure.
True. And he's good at holding the ball up too, the way he turns with it and uses his upper body strength. Yeah, definitely a strong candidate. Next up, Mr. Hot himself, Ienaga.
Business is picking up, isn't it? Yeah, he's just another one. He's so intelligent, and his use of the ball. Obviously, he's been able to put it in the back of the net a lot this season. But just with his awareness of where his teammates are, where the opponents are, where he needs to be at any time, he's just looked so confident whenever he has the ball, doesn't have the ball.
Outrageous.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just so smooth in general. I mean, he's not like one of these battlers. He's just smooth and Next up, Marcinho.
He's like he's a tricky character. I think he's the kind of one that if you're the fullback marking him, you look and you check where he is and you think, oh, okay, it's all right, I know where he is. You turn away for half a second and then you come back and he's gone and he's tearing in on goal and he's about to score. He's really difficult to play against. There's been some rumors that clubs elsewhere in the world are looking at him, trying to sign him. And from seeing goals like this, you can understand why Kawasaki obviously will want to be keeping him, want to be building their push for the title this year, and obviously next year building again. Still young, but fantastic player and really tricky when he's tearing forward from that left flank.
Yeah, he had a really good game against Paris Saint-Germain when they came over. Yeah. The way he kind of dominated that left flank was on Frontale was very, very impressive.
Yeah.
So, 3 candidates so far. Sean, take your pick.
Who do you go for? I don't know. It's a toss of a coin, isn't it? It's rock, scissors, paper. Who comes out on top? Obviously, Shimizu, Thiago Santana, they're still not completely safe from relegation. They need goals. Kawasaki, as we've mentioned a couple of times, still in the race for the title. They need goals. It's not like you're going to have any of these players coasting. They're all going to be playing now in tough games.
Now, our next 3 candidates. Let's have a look once again. So first of all, we have battling it out against Marcinho and of course Ienaga, Yokohama F. Marinos, Leo Ceará.
Yeah, he really was on a hot streak earlier in the season. He was scoring sort of, back-to-back games, looking really, really sharp, capable, from range, inside the area, outside the area, both feet with his head. Really, really good striker. A little bit unfortunate to kind of lose his spot in the starting lineup, I think. Once Anderson Lopez was back in the mix, and they haven't scored their last 3 home games, he'll want to step up again and show that wasn't just a purple patch, and he's still got the goods.
Now we have a name that we've all talked of in the last 10 years, a Dieton.
Yeah, he's the one word that comes to mind with him is just power, isn't it? Really, really powerful. His driving runs, the power he gets behind his shot, everything, it just oozes. Yeah, again, a bit like Marcinho, different type of player. But if I was the fullback, you wouldn't want to have him running at you with 5-10 minutes of the game to go. And he also has a terrific touch. I think this was the goal here against Kashiwa Reysol. Really composed there, just passed it into the corner. So he's got that quality as well. He is Brazilian, so he does also know how to caress the ball into the back of the net.
And finally, last but not least, shooter Machino.
Yeah, another who's playing down at the kind of maybe the wrong end of the table with Shonan Belmare. He had a couple of years, started off at Marinos, didn't really get a chance there, went on loan to Giravanski to Kyushu for a couple of years, showed his potential there. And, at Shonan this year, he's really staked a claim as their main striker. He's really helped to keep them in with a chance of staying up. Kind of a traditional striker, I'd say, for us English guys, proper centre forward, a number 9, who's good in the box, got good movement, and he also has the confidence to do things like this, tear forward himself, and then once he gets in the position, make sure to put it in the back of the net. I think he could be one to watch, certainly over the next couple of years. Whether he can move up and really make it at the national team level, I think still remains to be seen. But I'm sure plenty of other clubs will be looking at him, and Shonan will be desperate to keep hold of him and hopefully to climb up the table in the coming years with him.
Definitely a true striker. If you were to take a pick, I mean, this is a terrible question. What do you reckon?
Yeah, you'd have to say that Santana is the favorite at the moment, but I don't know. I've got a sneaky feeling maybe Machino. Machino, Shonan have still got stuff to play for. Maybe he could crop up with a couple more and sneak up there. Now, which one do you fancy?
Well, I actually fancy Thiago Santana myself because I love his the way he orchestrates himself, and he's the type of guy who kind of delivers when needed, and Shimizu desperately needs it right now.
Yeah.
Then there can't be any delay in this because there's only 2 games plus left. So I think he's going to bring out the goods. So who will be the winner of the Golden Boot 2022? Don't miss it. Okay, people. Okay, Sean, that was quick, wasn't it?
It's flown by, as always. It's flown by. I think now we get into that exciting time of the season too. There's so much stuff to cover. We're tearing through it, but just a couple of games to go. It has gone really quickly. The whole season, really. Just doesn't seem long ago. We were previewing the season, and
exactly.
Here we are.
Flash of a light, indeed. So, Sean, you got it bang on, spot on with the Levan Cup New Hero Award. Wow, you certainly know what you're talking about.
I did every so often, like a stopped clock. Every so often, I am correct. I think he was the standout for me. I think putting in those goals and the performance. We covered him in the previous episode. The way he's playing at that young age. Cerezo Osaka as well have a reputation for developing young players who do go on to bigger things. Obviously Shinji Kagawa, Kiyotake as well, Minamino now still doing well over in France. So he looks like he could be the next one to come through that production line and go on to bigger things. So congratulations to him.
Last but not least, J.League Monthly, our final episode for this year. It's going to be all about the J.League Awards. This is something that we do every single year. So I hope that everybody will be looking forward to that. Sean, I'm sure you're going to be very busy with the World Cup impending. But thank you very much for today then.
Not at all. Thanks to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Look forward to seeing you soon.
Excellent. So we shall bid adieu and bid goodbye to you guys. Don't forget Super Play and Best and 5. Thank you, everyone. And thank you, Sean. See you next time around. Bye.